So in my previous video, I did a in-depth kind of dive into the map Origins, explaining how I felt about it, explaining what was cool about it, and just the overall map. Now today, I want to tackle the map of Moon. If you guys don't know what Moon is a Zombies Black Ops 3, 2, and I think 1 map, might be wrong, but I mainly play the Black Ops 3 version. It's a zombies map set, well, obviously, as you can tell by the name, Moon. And so I am going to deliver my gameplay dive into it, and then I'm going to have Morgan talk a little bit about it because he probably knows more than I do. So without further ado, let's dive into the beautiful map that is called Moon. So I just want to say a few things before we actually dive into it. Number one, I don't know how to do the Easter eggs on this map. I was mainly just for this video focusing on the actual map. I don't know how to do the Easter eggs. I could look up videos on how to, but simply put, I just don't know how. Number two, I don't know the lore behind Moon. I don't know the lore behind a lot of the maps, so I'm not gonna tell you about it in a lore perspective because I don't understand that part. I am, once again, if you didn't watch the video before, I'm not a pro at this. I'm not very good at zombies. I'm simply just doing it for fun and expanding my content rather than just stop motions. Like I said before, I only play this for fun. I'm not a pro, and this is not something I grind all day. It's something that I want to do when I want to play with family or if I just want to get on and play zombies. And last but not least, like I mentioned before, Morgan will be joining us with this today and giving his input on this map. So first I want to talk about the actual map scenery around and the setting. The setting of this map is not like the other maps in Call of Duty. I love it. Call of Duty has a good map variety, a bunch, and this map is no different. The idea that it's set in space or on the moon specifically is really cool, and the way they did it, especially in Black Ops 3, is awesome because it looks super realistic. The idea that Nazi Germany took control and went to the moon is kind of a cool idea. So the map looks beautiful on the inside and the outside. And now I want to talk about the actual map, the way it plays. In my opinion, if you're new to the Call of Duty Zombies or just that map in general, it's kind of confusing because you don't know where you're running around a lot. There's multiple paths you can take, multiple directions you can go, so it kind of gets confusing sometimes, especially for new players. So yeah, you gotta kind of watch out for that. And this goes along with the confusing part. The suit mechanic that you have to put on, you know where you put on the suits in space, otherwise you're gonna die. It's kind of confusing because whenever I put my family, they didn't understand what was going on. So I had to tell them they had to put a suit on and they had to go to the suit to find it. Like I said, not necessarily new user friendly, but I think that's a cool mechanic, but it can be confusing for starter players. Alright, quick interruption. I'm gonna have Morgan give us his thoughts now. I'm gonna turn over to Morgan so he can explain a little bit about the map and his experience with it. So Morgan, take it away.
Moon is fun for how challenging it is. Also, Black Ops 3 Zombie Chronicles made it look way better than the Black Ops 1 version. The Black Ops 1 version looked way worse. It was bland. And also, the Easter egg was a good segue into Black Ops 2. And also, I like how the zombie eyes turn blue after Richtofen gains control. I did the Easter egg solo 2 times. I completed it 1 of the times. And it's one of my favorite Easter eggs. And that's why I think Moon is really fun. I don't have any other things to explain. And back to you, Recon.
So now I want to talk about the quote-unquote boss fights in this map. You can see some boss fights on the screen now. I don't know their names, I don't know the lore behind them, and it'll show you their names, but I don't know exactly what their purpose is. There's probably a deeper meaning behind them being there. Like I said, I don't know. But it's interesting because they kind of keep it fresh. You know, there's the regular shoot 'em up zombies and then there's these ones. So having them kind of just come out of nowhere is a cool thing because it also adds that scary horror vibe to it. It's a strange boss fight because they don't really kill you unless you're bad, but they don't really kill you. They just kind of set you off and mess you up. Yeah, like I said, they're a strange boss fight, strange occurrences when you see them. They're pretty much big bullet sponges. They're not much of a threat, but they can be sometimes. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the bots, or the boss fights. But another thing that I want to mention, I should have mentioned this earlier, but the map Moon has a perfect horror vibe to it, with blood and the setting, the darkness, like the actual darkness to the map, and the kind of a shell of its once former self kind of vibe I get from it. You know, you think of this space station used to be a station full of working people trying to advance in scientific research, is now abandoned, maybe full of zombies. Maybe you think some of the astronauts that are the boss fights were astronauts there too. So the general vibe of the map is definitely influenced by that, and I really like it. Black Ops 3 Zombies does not ever fail at giving you a good horror atmosphere to their maps, and this is one of the best examples of it. And the last thing that I want to mention before I go, because it's late night, there's a little bit of a, like when you get out of the map, like far out of the map, there's like a little low gravity section. I think that's a part of the map that gets like overlooked a lot, but I think that's cool. Like, you're able to jump around. I don't have gameplay of it, but you're able to jump around and kind of just goof around while shooting zombies. Oh, I think that was cool how they added that in there. It kind of makes it fresh and adds a different element of gameplay than just running around in empty hallways shooting zombies. Yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts and Morgan's thoughts on the map Moon. I plan on doing all of the Zombie Chronicles maps, as I mentioned before. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. I thank you for the support recently on my YouTube channel. It's been kind of growing a lot faster than I thought it would. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
Hello there.
General Kenobi!